Cove, Creepypasta. This story is an old one, and it is one of the most scary. Be warned. Skies Hail 033. Subject: Candle Cove, local kids show. I remember this kid show. It's called Candle Cove. It must have been like 6, 7, 8. Never found a reference to it anywhere, so I think it was on a local station out in 71 or 72. I lived in Ironton at the time. I don't remember which station, but I do remember it being on a weird time, like 4 o'clock. Mike Painter, 65. It seems really familiar to me. I grew up outside of Ashland, and was 9 years old in 72. Candle Cove, it was all about pirates? Remember a pirate marionette at the mouth of a cave talking to a little girl. Yes, okay, I'm not crazy. Remember Pirate Percy? I was always kind of scared of him. He looked like he was built from parts of other dolls. Real low budget. His head was an old porcelain baby doll. Looked like an antique that on the body that didn't belong. I don't remember what station this was. I don't think it was WTSF though. Jaren 2005. Sorry to resurrect this old thread, but I know exactly what you mean, Sky Hale. I think Candle Cove ran for only a couple of months, 71, not 72. I was 12 when my brother watched it a few times. It was Channel 58, whatever station that was. My mom would let me switch to it after the news. It took place in Candle Cove. It was about a little girl who imagined herself to be friends with pirates. The pirate ship was called Laughing Stock, and Pirate Percy wasn't a very good Percy because he got too scared easily. It was Calibo. Sorry, there's a bit of here. And there was Calliope music playing constantly. Don't remember the girl's name. Janice? Jade or something. I think it was Janice. Skies Hail 033. Thank you, Jaron. Memories flooded back when you mentioned Laughing Stock. Channel 58. Remember a bow, a ship with a wooden smiling face with its lower jaw submerged. It looked like it was swallowing the sea. An awful Edwin voice and laugh. Especially remember how jarring it was when they switched from the wooden plastic to the foam puppet version. Ha! I remember now too. I remember this part, Sky Sail. You have to go inside. Inside. Ugh, I got a chill reading that. Yes, I remember. There was an old ship that always told Percy that there was a spooky place he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was. And the camera would push in on Laughingstock's face with each pause. You have to go inside. There's 2 eyes askew and that flopping foam jaw. That fishing line that opened and closed it. You guys remember that villain? He had a face that was tall with a handlebar mustache. And really tall, narrow teeth. I always thought the villain was Pirate Percy. About 5 when the show was on. Nightmare Fool. That wasn't the villain. The puppet with the mustache of the villain sidekick Horace Horrible. He had a monocle too, but it was on top of the mustache. I used to think that meant he only had 1 eye. But yeah, the villain was another marionette. The Skin Taker. Can't believe they let us watch that crap back then. Jesus, how Christ. A skin taker? What kind of kid show were we watching? I seriously could not look at the screen when the skin taker showed up. It descended out of nowhere, just a dirty skeleton wearing a brown top hat and cape. The glass eyes were too big for his skull. Christ almighty. Wasn't his top hat all sewn up and crazy like? You know. Wasn't that supposed to be children's skin? Yeah, I think so. I remember his mouth didn't open and close. His jaw just slid back and forth. I remember the little girl said, "Why does your mouth move like that?" The skin taker didn't look at the girl but looked at his crime. Looked at the camera and said, "Grind your skin." So relieved that other people. It's a terrible show. I used to have this awful memory of a bad dream. And where the opening jingle ended and the show faded in from the back. And the characters were there, but the camera was just cutting into each of their faces. They were just screaming. Puppets, marionettes, and all other flailing spastically. And just all screaming like the girl just moaning and crying like she'd been through hours of this. Woke up many times from that nightmare. I used to wet the bed when it happens. I don't think it was a dream. I remember that. I think it was an episode. No, not possible. There was no plot or anything. It was just standing in a place, crying and screaming for the whole show. I manufactured the memory because you said that, but I swear to God, I remember what you described. They just screamed. Oh, God, yes. Little girl Janice. I remember seeing her shake and the skin taper screaming through his gnashing teeth. His jaw careening so wildly, thought it would come out of his wire hinges. I turned it off, and that was the last time I watched. I ran to tell my brother, but we didn't have the courage to turn it back on. Visited my mom at nursing home. I asked her about it when I was little in the early 70s, when I was 8 and 9. And I remembered if, I asked her if she remembered a kid's show called Candle Cove. She was surprised I could remember that, and I asked why. She said because I used to think it was so strange that you would said, "I'm gonna go watch Candle Cove now." Just tune the TV to static and just watch dead air for 30 minutes. You had big in imagination with your little pirate show.
All of this is just extra gameplay because I thought this was cool.